name is Laurie of Bristol, and I reside in Bristol. I have been licensed since 1997. I did receive a ballot, and I voted no. I am opposed to Senate Bill 352. I am the co-director of Connecticut Child Care Providers Coalition. I am also on the Senior Board of Directors of Child Care Resources of Central Connecticut, Inc. It is our local association of daycare providers in Bristol. Governor Malloy's Executive Order Number 9 is an unlawful interference with the contract clause of the United States Constitution. Specifically, it is an unconstitutional interference with my ability to contract with the parents of young children who would be attending my child care. It opposes another requirement to my agreement to take care of young children, namely, that I am in a union as a condition of your contracting to work for parents of children who receive these funds. And then contrary to what Maria said, the executive order does state that you are going to be unionized, or relative caregivers are going to be unionized. Private citizens, grandmas and grandpas, will be unionized as well, along with me. And that's a total violation of privacy. They should not be forced to be unionized either, just for receiving these funds and taking care of their grandchildren. I've been talking to a provider in Ohio who is unionized with SEIU. She pays $300 a year in fees, union dues. She has no contract with them. She has no paperwork from the union. She gets no educational workshop. She gets nothing. Health care has never been brought up to her. So all this blows my mind today. Absolutely blows my mind. The things that they say they're going to do, and the things that yet haven't been done.
My community, any new provider I meet on the street, or, well, not on the street, but in the library or whatever, I help them out. I give them all my paperwork. I have a very good policy book that I developed myself. I don't have problems with anybody because I have collectively bargained very well for myself and have a 34-page policy book to prove it. So I don't need anybody speaking for me. As you can see, I can speak very well for myself.
I did receive my vote. I voted no. However, I am unionized, and I will be forced against my will to unionize. My question is this. Right now, in my daycare, I do not have any children who are on Cares for Kids, but I will have to pay. How are they going to get the money from me? How are they going to get the dues from me if I do not have a child right now getting a payment? I'm in fear that they will go after my license and attach a fee to my license. And that's a scary thought. And it's not just my thought. There's a lot of providers that are in fear. And there's a lot of providers that will go out of business because of it. And it should not be allowed. And shame on everybody for allowing this to happen. Because it's my understanding that this executive order could have been stopped had the higher beings on both sides of the aisle, which are under Democratic majority, could have stopped it, and it should have been stopped. This is an election year, and we will not forget. And we have a lot of supporters, and we will not forget, and we will campaign for your supporters. I mean, your opponents. We will, because we won't forget. We all get to have 6 children, and each child does have 2 parents and 2 sets of grandparents. I strongly, strongly oppose this, and I hope in your heart you do the right thing and oppose this, because new laws will have to go in effect to cover small business people and self-employed people like me, and where will it go from there? There's already taxes on dog groomers. Are you going to go after them next? Are you going to unionize dog groomers? My husband is a self-employed businessman. He runs a one-man shop. Is he going to be forced to unionize too? When will it end? You've got to send a clear message here, a clear message that this injustice will not be tolerated. Leave us alone. We work in our home. We don't bother anybody. We take care of the future, and we do a good job doing what we do.
You're unionized.
And isn't this hearing just to legitimize Executive Order Number 9?
Well, what union do you belong to?
We'll be belonging to the ones behind us.
Yeah, and will that cause you to make less money, more money, or what?
It's going to actually pay them money out of my money that I make, so it's going to cause me to have less money.
Prior to, you're not union, when you weren't unionized, Did you have benefits?
I pay for my own
You
benefits.
paid for that.
Yeah.
Will you pay for your benefits when you're in the union?
Yeah.
How?
There's bills.